The Christmas freeze up caused a meltdown for Southwest. See what it did there? Coming up here on The Jog. Hi folks, Alex Klingelhoeffer here with Exencial Wealth Advisors. It is 9:19 here in the middle part of the country on Tuesday. It is December 27th, 2022. Here's your morning jog around the economic headlines of the world. We'll start off here in the U.S., where Southwest has disrupted thousands of holiday plans. Southwest canceling nearly 70% of their flights over the holiday weekend, including mine. I was supposed to fly to Houston to pick up a car for my wife. Guess what? Canceled, and they rebooked me for Christmas Eve. Now, I just drove to Houston, picked up the car, came back. Was it fun? No. Was it disastrous? Also no. But I wasn't stuck in Denver or another one of these other snowed-in airports where other airlines were flying. United, Delta, etc. They had cancellations, 20, 30 flights total. Southwest has had hundreds of cancellations, proving their operations are just not great. If you remember back maybe 6 months ago during the summer when we had all those storms in the south east part of the country, Southwest had many times more flight cancellations of other operators. They are really starting to damage what was an otherwise stellar operational reputation. And, you know, if it's important, it's not just vacation, you got to think about going somewhere else. And I think customers will start to vote with their feet on an airline that really is becoming known for reliability issues in spades. Let's talk about some other reliability issues. These are actually a little bit more important than travel. That is heating your home and powering the things you need to do every day. Why is that becoming more difficult right now? From a logistical standpoint, it's because you're having freeze-offs in areas that produce natural gas. That's both in the Northeast, where it's still going to be freezing through Tuesday and Wednesday, and in the Permian, where it is slowly starting to heat up. Looks like we'll hit 50s or 60s here today. Now, when you have massive freeze-offs in natural gas, and remember we talked about it before the Christmas holiday, this was an issue, you have heightened physical demand, where in certain basins, you're paying hundreds of times the normal price for that gas just to make sure it gets delivered to your customers. That eventually flows through on customer bills over the next year or two. Now, really what ends up is industrial producers have to shut down their operations. Now, good thing it was kind of over Christmas, so that was going to already happen. But industrial producers have to shut down because they just can't afford it, right? It goes directly to their profit margins because they pay wholesale versus retail. Retail customers do get a little bit more insulated. Hopefully these freeze-offs don't last too long, but as it looks right now, it looks like we could have a cold winter. At least that's what the long-range forecast models are predicting. This is probably not the end we've heard of freeze-offs hurting physical natural gas pricing. Again, doesn't necessarily always flow through to NYMEX. Last but not least, before we get you off to a nice Tuesday, let's talk about China reopening a little bit. Now, if you were on the internet at all and on financial Twitter over the weekend, you saw massive lines and parking lots in Beijing. Folks are really getting back to consuming. That is a good thing for global demand. Here's an additional policy update. China now issuing new passports to Hong Kong travel permits and Macau travel permits to try to stimulate their economy. This is really important as we see additional travel between the actual New Year, that being right now, and Chinese New Year, which happens in January. Once Chinese New Year is over, think mid-February, I expect to see robust demand coming out of China and a whole new narrative to spin in the media. Just something you're hearing now, 6 weeks before it happens. If you want some additional info throughout the weekend, feel free to find me on the internet. I am out there. Till then, you and your family, hope you have a wonderful, relaxing week between the holidays. I am out.